right, so first we have the handle for the hammer. Good detail on that. And let's check this out. We have a hand holding one of the eyes of the sentinel. That looks good. That's where that eye goes in, I'm assuming. And these are the eyeballs or whatever for the sentinel. I'm not sure if I don't think they light up. Then we have a second fist here. I don't know what this is. This is just another destroyed piece of that sentinel. Here we have several of the arm switch outs. That detail is amazing, especially the wrist wraps here. I mean, that looks like real cloth material, and that's sculpted. That is excellent work by the factory and the artist. Same with this one. This one has the different hand switch out you can use for this. Same great look. Great muscle definition. And then this one is just the same with an open hand. Looks like he's got some kind of like biomechanical stuff on his fist. But that is great work. Let's see. And then you have the beaten and worn hammer. Oh, and I guess that's a little Easter egg. The hammer has an X on it. That's pretty cool. A lot of wear and tear on it, some indentions and dents all over it where he's been beating the hell out of stuff with it. That's pretty cool. So down here, you have the Sentinel base. It is entirely too big and heavy. I'm not even gonna waste my time. We will check it out on the table. Let's check out the second box. Alrighty, so here we have a lot of different stuff going on. First, you have a portrait stand that it comes with, which is very cool. I'm always game for a portrait stand. I'm assuming a fist or a hand goes in there. I'm not sure. You got your rebar and stone with a sticker on the bottom, torn up metal, and you can put a torso in here, whole torso stand, not just a portrait. So that is very cool. If you've got this piece, be careful pulling it out. I kind of got snagged on one of these pieces of rebar. They're just kind of poking out, so just be careful. Just be aware of it. I'm not gonna put it all the way back in. Here's one torso, and once again, I mean, that is awesome. I don't want to be one of those guys who every time he gets a new statue, he says, well, this is the best version of this statue ever. But I try not to do that. But that withstanding, this is by far the best Colossus I've ever seen. This is amazing. That is incredible. From the dirt stains to the cuts in the shirt where you can still see the metal under it on his skin. That is amazing. Wait till you see the pants. That's where it really sells. We'll save that for last. Another torso. So glad it has a torso stand because you want to display this whole thing. This is amazing. That is great. Muscle definition is great. The detail is insane. The wife beater is dingy and torn and tattered. And let's see, you have a couple of extra portraits here. This is the bearded portrait. Also amazing. I love the fact that because he's Colossus, his beard is nice and smooth, just like his hair. It's all metallic. That looks great. And then here you have prepubescent Colossus with no facial hair. That would be me since I can't grow a beard. Once again, absolutely incredible. Now this is what got me. The detail on the lower part of his body. Obviously you see the X on the belt, but look at the details on the tattered pants with his metallic skin coming through. You got an X on the boot, which have steel toes, strings. The detail is nuts. X on the side of the boot. Look at that knee. So this is amazing. That is a great sculpt. So it's getting heavy. And let's go ahead and put it together. Alrighty, so as you can see, this stand is absolutely enormous. I was not gonna pick that up. I've already got the legs on, so let's put the first torso. Let's use this torso. Well, no, let's use the one that's not gonna have arm switch outs. Pretty simple if you're just going this route. Just that, pick a portrait, and that is pretty much done. And then your hammer has a slot that it fits in, or a hole. Let's see it from here. There you go. Your hammer just sits in there. I don't know if that can change position. Let's see. Just trying to see if it only went in one way. It looks like it does. Does it work both sides? So I believe, yeah, that side is magnetized. Okay, so one side is magnetized and it sits in like that, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I forgot. Let's see here. You have this piece also for the front of the Sentinel's face. And I tried to put it in a little earlier and it was a bit of a nightmare. Okay, it's gonna be a bit of a, there we go. That was a lot easier. And that's it for that one. And that's a very proud Russian metal man with his hammer. He has conquered the Sentinel. And speed that up. That looks great. This base is ridiculous, like enormous. And so this would be the simple display. And then let's go with a little bit more complex setup. Let's take the portrait out. So the only downside to the torso switch outs is with the other one, you cannot go with the bearded portrait. But you can put it here on the portrait stand if you still want to display it. The torso stand, I'm sorry. And then you can have him right next to it. So let's put this guy in with regular open left hand. And what is this? This is right. And this is just a regular left and right hand. That left arm is a tad loose. And there you go with that. That's also with no weapon in the hand. Hammer's still sitting over there. Speed that up. That also looks pretty awesome. I almost like this one better than this one. I'm looking at. Then you can go. Let's see here. Take this left out. Take the hammer out. The hammer in the left hand. switch out. And now you have Russian metal Thor. That's about as far as that hammer's gonna go out, I believe. That is also badass. And of course, that would be the way I would display it. Yeah, well, that's not good. Luckily, it didn't break anything. But that left arm magnet is not the strongest in the world. Neither one of them are really. Just have to be careful. Seems alright. I mean, it's not like you're moving it. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. That looks good. Let's get some close-ups of this version. Oh, I want to see something really quick though. Can you leave those switch outs on? You gotta also watch that hand coming up. I just want to check and see which arm switch outs fit the portrait stand. Does the hammer? Yeah. Okay, so you can. That would be the wildest portrait stand ever. You do whatever you want with this thing. Okay, well, let's take this back out so it doesn't fall again. This out, put it back. Let's take this hammer out first. And this hammer is just a little heavy. Of course, it means it's heavy on one end, but it's extremely light on this side and pretty heavy, which makes me think that maybe, see, yeah, that thing almost came out again. Makes me think you should put the weight closer to his hand, but otherwise that looks good. So let me get you guys some close-ups. I'm gonna shut this thing down. Alrighty, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up. As you saw, shit got a little real, but luckily we didn't break anything. And this is, what the hell was that? This was actually probably my first statue in the last 3 or 4 that came in that didn't have some kind of break. So it's crazy that they come in out of the box broke, and then I drop this thing and it doesn't break. So maybe this damn thing is made of steel. Whatever. Before I go, I'm gonna give you guys measurements on this thing. Height-wise, we're going from the base, bottom of the base to the top of the head, right at 30 inches. This ridiculous damn base is about 21 inches wide, which I have a hard time believing, but it says so. And it's about 17 or 18 inches deep. It's unbelievable. I guess it's the way it's shaped, which make the measurements not come out so bad. But as far as just mass, the central head is massive. So that's gonna do it. Thank God I didn't break anything. It was the last thing I need. And I forgot to put whatever goes in here. Hand holder? Oh yeah, you can put this hand holding the sentinel eye. I forgot all about that damn eye. But that goes right in there. I'll be damned. Well, anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm not quite sure what I have coming up next. I have quite a few pre-orders. If I didn't keep them logged, I wouldn't even know what the hell I have going on. So my dad just passed here a couple weeks ago, so we've been trying to catch up with that. I've kind of lost track of YouTube and statues and all that, so I'm kind of just getting back into it. And then this guy showed up here today, so I figured out I wasn't even going to do a video on it, but I figured I'd go ahead and do it, and I'm glad I did because he's badass. But once again, if you do have him, watch the magnets on the arms, especially the left arm. And what I believe it is that hammer is so heavy on one end, and the position of his arm, the way the magnet and the arm is structured in there, and the position of his arm, it's literally just kind of tugging down on it. And if you're gonna display it like that, I don't really know that there's much you can do about it. Once it's in, though, it seems to be okay. But like I said, you know, just any little tug and just kind of trying to pop out. And once it gets about right there, that's a wrap. And I don't know if moving the hammer up and down, trying to counterbalance the weight, would actually change anything. But if you got it, just keep an eye on it. Let me put it back in. This is definitely a badass statue, and I still think it is by far the best Colossus statue in the game. But that's gonna do it, man. See you guys next time. Keep collecting, and I'll do the same. Peace.
Two cricket dogs.